The pawn. I'll tell you where the pawn is.
No, don't do that.
I'm just kidding. I knew that was the part.
We're playing hidden queen chess. So one of the pawns on each side is a disguised queen. She is revealed only when not moving like a pawn. The hidden queen cannot give check because the opponent cannot see her nature. But she could sometimes capture the king. This capture ends the game, except that everything goes as in orthodox chess. So everything's in chess except the pawn moves like a normal pawn until you move it like a queen. Other than that,
I have a lot of questions. Once you move it to show that it's a queen, it's then still it's just an extra queen you have.
Yep.
You just and then it can just play out like as if you had two queens.
Yep.
And one less pawn.
Correct.
And you cannot check the queen with that pawn.
It doesn't show up as check.
What?
It doesn't show up as check when it's a pawn. So if it's a queen, you can check the king. But if it's a pawn and it's not checking.
So you don't turn it into a queen really until you've moved it as a queen.
Correct. Gotcha.
But once it turns into that queen after it's been moved, you can of course check and do everything, right?
Yeah, but you can still. It doesn't check, but it can capture the king as a pawn.
Oh, it can capture the king. So let's say my pawn.
It does not make the move of check, but the king is technically in check. You just don't know it, and then the capture happens. There is check with other pieces, but if you don't know a pawn is giving check, it's not going to announce that a secret pawn is giving check.
And then it's also not going to force you to...
No, it's not going to tell you in any way that you're in check from a pawn that's you don't know is a queen.
Got you. And then you can just capture on the next move.
Yes.
And then win. Okay, wow. Okay, so got it. Okay, cool. Exciting. Obviously, it's not mirrored. Your queen is random. All right. Okay. So you could almost force someone to reveal their queen. No, not really. Anyway. I don't know. I need to let's see what happens here.
So anyway, everyone looking at my screen knows which one's my hidden queen. Emerson doesn't. I don't know which one's... That's my hidden queen. I don't know which one's...
Viewers.
I don't know which one his is. But he has a hidden queen somewhere, if that's...
My queen's hidden from you. Okay, what should I do here? Wow. This is such a... I hate this opening. I always go mirrored on this.
I'll remember that now. All right.
I always go mirrored on this opening. Because... And I usually do pretty well, and then I deviate from the mirror when I see a weakness.
Good thinking.
I mean, I think it's actually worked pretty well for me. Like, you mirror until you see a weakness, and then you don't mirror, and then I fuck people over with it, so...
I mean, you'll be a grandmaster in no time, right?
Shut the fuck up. That's funny, though. That was funny. Like, it was... biting and sarcastic, but it was funny, I have to admit. Have you seen that my rating has just fucking floundered? Like,
I haven't seen it recently.
I'm down to like 1370. Like, Jesus Christ. It's just I keep playing games and like not caring. Like, I'll just kind of like, I don't know, stupid. You've seen that in action. You know how it works.
You can get emotional, I can tell you that.
Oh, you just try to push my buttons. That is true.
I'm in a losing position. I guess I just won't play or try anymore. Because there's no hope ever. Because these humans making these moves will never make a mistake.
Yeah, well, the logic's not foolproof, but emotionally, it doesn't feel good either. So it's a double.
All right, interesting pawn move you got there.
Does that say anything?
Sure is interesting.
Does that say anything special to you?
I mean, it's not threatening anything yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it might tell you something. It might give a clue. Something special. Something lurking beneath the depths.
Guess I should have done that move before the fiend could have moved. Just maybe protect that. I don't know with that.
That could be my queen, dude. You might want to that could be a great trade for you. You know? I mean, from my perspective, I know if it's a good trade for you, but you don't know that. Like, maybe that's a great trade. You know? You should try it out. See what happens. Give it a whirl. You might find it quite interesting. Give it the old dipsy-do.
Hibbida hoobida.
I don't know why I found that really funny, but that was funny, dude.
Thanks.
That was... You're a master of humor. I don't know. I have a really fucked up pawn chain and everything's fucked up, but that was a really dumb move. But all right.
Well, my queen's in front of my bishop, so I got that going for me.
It's nice how that blocks that bishop in really, really well. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I really don't feel great about this. I don't know. Yeah, like you got a nice little... Your light square bishop is very nicely fucking up my side, and it's interesting. I don't know, whatever, I guess. That's kind of like a move that just, fuck it. But I do have that secret queen, so... Ooh, wow, just detrimental. Absolutely detrimental here. Where is your secret? Where's your secret?
Where?
Dude, I feel like once your queen's revealed, it's just gonna, I'm gonna make a loud noise, I feel like. I'm gonna be like, ah! I'm so glad I got you to chuckle on that, because I was kind of trying to be funny, so thank you. Let's see here. Whatever, I'll just do a simple developing. Okay. What, dude?
Nothing. Nothing at all. No!
Yeah!
Very nice. Look where my queen was. Mine was right in front of my queen.
Where was yours? So how do I go to look and see? Is
Click,
there a way to look
click
at
back.
it? Oh, I see. Okay. Dude, let's review this game. 'Cause this is so fucking interesting.
Oh, that's a lucky square for sure.
It is actually a really good square because if they happen to castle on that side, dude, I had no idea. Like that was a nice little like
Damn.
that made your queen really inconspicuous. But now you see why I was trying to get rid of that knight.
Yeah. I was thinking that pawn still could have been it. So the pawn, I was thinking you're just going for the pawn in front of my queen.
Oh, wait, no. Which did you think? What?
The pawn you moved out.
At what move?
The pawn just straight in front of my king.
You thought the pawn in front of your king was? I don't get it. What are you saying?
Any of them could have been it, but that could have been it. And where your knight was placed, the pawn straight in front of my king could have been it. So.
Oh, you mean the one that's pressed up against your?
The only pawn of yours that's on the same file as my king.
Oh, okay. You thought you had thought that one was the queen,
It could have been.
and that's what you were more worried about. Okay.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna send you a rematch.
Yeah, dude. This is fucking fun, man.
All right.
Okay.
New position.
Now I see why you made that pawn move, because that's what I want to do now. Because you don't want to... So I kind of get why you did that move.
Why is it one of your middle pawns?
No, it's because I don't want to move any pawns away from my king, you know? Like, especially at first.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why it kind of makes sense that you want to move that queen side pawn. Okay.
Just do the exact same thing they do. Until they mess up. And and the other thing was, if you didn't have that pawn in if you didn't have that secret pawn to checkmate me in the last game, it would be very risky to recapture my knight. So I pretty much just had a free knight. Because if you capture my knight, then there would be no pawns in front of your king. Your king would just be open, and that'd been real risky to. I mean, I guess just
so you're saying you should have known by what I did that you shouldn't have taken that knight?
I didn't say that. Well, you didn't. I think we're really miscommunicating somehow.
Yeah, I think we are.
I said
you might be being very clear.
I said if you didn't have that secret pawn and checkmate me, I capture your knight.
Yeah.
You couldn't recapture that knight, so it would have been very risky to recapture that knight.
Right. So you could have assumed that if I did something that dumb, and if I'm a good player.
No, because the knight was. I mean, it wasn't that obvious. I mean, it's still like.
Yeah, but you could have used that reasoning. You could have said, okay, if this is that stupid of a move, then maybe I shouldn't take that knight.
Your clock isn't going. Sorry, maybe it's still my turn? Your clock was
my clock's going.
Okay.
On my screen.
Yeah, I just refreshed. It wasn't going down on my screen.
Okay. Okay.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. Wow. Dude. Wow. Okay. Well, that was surprising. That was
You're
really
telling me.
surprising.
You got 2 games in a row where you got the corner pawn like that. Lucky you.
Yeah, but did you see what my strategy was?
To capture my king?
No, so now that we've lost our secret bonds, I can tell you. But because I got that same exact pawn structure on the opposite side, and I was the opposite color mirrored, I assumed that they fucked up with the coding and made it so that when you did a rematch, it would give you the same thing again. So that's why I took that pawn with my knight. You see what I mean? So that was the logic I was going based on. So I thought that I had taken your special pawn. That's why I did that so brashly.
Bold and brash.
Pretty solid logic. I mean.
Well, I mean, okay. I guess.
I mean, it's not chess logic, but it's like, it seemed reasonable considering the odds that it would be perfectly mirrored. You know, what the odds are pretty.
I mean, then it wouldn't be that hidden. I mean, it seems to take away the.
Yeah, but realizing this is like a DIY site that I've already found bugs on.
Well, all sites are. What do you mean DIY?
It feels like it's not something like a Lichess site, you know, where it's like got a ton of acclaim and like I'm imagining Lichess has.
I mean, it's just new. It's a pretty new site.
Yeah, so I imagine Lichess has a lot more resources to check for bugs. So by DIY, I mean someone with a much smaller budget who can't. That bugs might be more likely.
Okay, I just never heard DIY mean much smaller budget than Lichess. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think so. I think when you say DIY,
DIY means do it yourself.
Yeah, but DIY things generally are lower budget than non. Like when you define something as a DIY thing, a big thing I think of is a lower budget, right? You don't? Anyways,
it depends on what the budget is of the do-it-yourself.
Why are we talking about semantics? Like you're just trying to argue semantics now.
I've just never heard it called. I'm not like arguing for the sake of arguing. I've really just never heard it.
Great. Well, I think that my logic's perfectly clear on that semantical point. But do you get my logic on the actual point I was trying to make? Do you understand my reasoning? You don't?
I mean, you assumed that there was bad code, and that's why you made the move.
It's called a calculated risk. It's a calculated risk. It's not like, obviously I knew I could be wrong. It's not like I'm like, wow, how could I possibly ever be incorrect? It was more just like, it was more like,
how could I ever be?
There was enough information that it would be a good risk to take. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, that's definitely a thing in hidden information games. You did not have all the information because it was hidden from you at the time. But
Definitely.
now that at least that part of the information will not be hidden from you in future games.
Yes. So now I know that I just happened to get a really statistically unlikely thing happened.
Well, 1 in 8.
Yeah, no, it'd be
I guess 1 in 8 twice. Well,
then it would also be
no, it's 1 in
8.
Well, it's well, it's because it's 1 in 4 because it's just the side pawns. I guess it's the king side.
No,
or
but
the queen
it's a
side.
1 in 8 because it was a perfect mirror. You see, when I was black, it was on one side. Then when I was white, I was on the opposite side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the queen side.
More of an idea. You get what I'm saying? So it's a 1 in 8, and then it's not just 1 in 8. It's more than that because the thing is contingent upon it first happening one way to give me the assumption of the other way. So it's more like 1 in 8 times 1 in 8, which would be a 1 in 16 chance. So I thought a 1 in 16 chance, my first time playing it twice, in a row, seemed like it's possible that would be worth a risk. I don't know. Anyways, fuck, dude. Like, this is so stupid. Yeah, I fucked up. Anyways. Name's a wash. I'm gonna get really emotional and now play illogical moves.
That's the spirit.
I'll try my best, but there's not much to try for because fuck everything. I'm just kidding. I don't know, dude. I'm really fucked though because you got 2 attacks here. I mean, but I really shouldn't have left that one. Oh well, I do have this. Fuck, that's guarded. Okay, well that was a bad move. But I wasn't as depressed, so just know that was just me making a bad move. That wasn't, Oh, man. Fuck. Okay, well. Good job to the coders on this game.
God.
Why are you laughing?
I mean, I'm not doing the best moves, I guess, but I don't know if it matters too much. But I feel like I should have checkmated by now, and it's just not happening.
It's just a clog.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, there's not much, you know. I mean, it's fine. You're pretty safe, but yeah. I mean, yeah, you just need to take with your bish,
My bish.
my bishy bop. You know what I'm saying? Bish
All
bop,
right.
and now you need
That's definitely a
to
move.
take my queen. There you go. Ooh, you can have like a little. Remember Fisher's famous like windmill that he did?
Oh, I don't
on
know
one
if it's
guy?
is it Fisher's fame. I mean, windmills are. I don't know if anyone's
Yeah,
famous
but
for it.
Fisher did this incredible. He sacrifices his queen and a rook, and then just does this incredible windmill with his bishop, like you were, and just gobbles up like 4 pieces of the other player, and then it's like one of these great games. It's my turn. Let's see. Oh wow. Okay, well, you didn't checkmate me.
Yeah, the Bob is. Cool.
Nice, good job, sweet.
Hidden Queen chess. That's the first time ever since I played that. And we
fun.
played 2 games. Very fun. Thanks for watching it. See you.
Dude, this hidden information stuff is awesome.
I agree.
I want more of this.
See you soon.